But hold on, before we get on with this video, I just want to let you know that if you are a car trader and you're currently struggling to buy stock, like at auctions or whatever, however you normally go about buying stock, I am finally launching my car buying platform. So as you lot know, I've got a company called the Car Buying Shop. We've begun licensing that out so other car traders can use that brand to buy stock for their own sites, and we're now ready to take on more car traders. I've got a whole list of areas and towns across the country that we need buyers in immediately. So if you are a buyer and you're looking for stock, you're already an established trader, please do reach out to us. I'll put a link to the new website, it's enterreg.com, in the description below. Check that link out, there'll be loads more information on there. There's also a bookkeeping and stock management system there as well, which I know a lot of traders are going to get great use out of. So if you're interested at all, just hit the link, have a little nose, and if you want a bit more information about this platform, fill out the form on the website and one of my team will get back to you. Let's get on with the video. Nice sunny day today, the good weather is finally creeping in. So behind me here, I've got a Mark 7 Golf GTD. I can't believe, firstly, I've never had one of these cars on my channel, and secondly, I've never had one as a bit of stock. Right, it's a car that gets talked about a lot. It's a car I get asked to do videos on a lot, but I've never had one, so I haven't been able to. So this video is going to be like the usual platform. I'm going to go for a little wander around it, show you the HPI, and then we're going to go for a little drive. But basically, this car is my favourite purchase of the week. 2016 Golf GTD. Now this is a car kind of made for the people, and this suits so many different types of people, and I guarantee so many of you lot watching this video have gone through a stage in your life where you thought, do you know what, I fancy a Golf GTD, and you've done the browsing around, whether it be a Mark 6, a Mark 7, a 7.5, they're just a car that suit a lot of people. They're obviously good on fuel, they look good, they're offered in a 3-door, a 5-door, a manual, an auto. It's just, yeah, very, very good all rounder. And I'm a bit of a sucker for, you know, every now and then I fancy a sensible car, and I do look at the sensible options in life, but as you know, I very, very rarely go for a sensible car, because I'll be honest, I get a bit bored of sensible cars, but you can't doubt that this car has got such a good purpose. Now, I've just had a quick look at the spec sheet on this car, and from factory they must come very well spec'd, because it hasn't actually got many optional extras at all. In fact, I'm pretty sure the only optional extra is the metallic grey paint option. So that's quite interesting, because it's got adaptive cruise at the front there. That's what that sensor is in the bottom of the front bumper. It's got these bigger 18-inch diamond cut alloy wheels, which I don't know if they all come with them. I should really know. I should have done some research really, but I haven't. But I do like them wheels, they're all quite nice as well. And this car actually came from one of my subscribers. Shout out to Steve. I did try getting a video of him. He was like, nah, I'm not being in a video, Calv, I don't want to get in a video. I was like, Steve, let me get a photo of you in front of the car. And he was like, nah, no, I don't even want a photo, I can't get a photo. I was like, fair enough. But he did say, Calvin, please try and get a video done on it. So here I am, stood here with my camera, getting a nice little video done on it. It's well deserved, because like I said, I've never filmed one before, and I do really like them. As you hop on the inside, I do rate the interiors of these Mark 7 Golfs, full stop. Obviously I daily drove the one that I bought off Arthur, the Mark 7 Golf R. That car was a mad car, but on the interior it all looks very, very similar. It's got a similar looking steering wheel, bar the GTD badge on the bottom there. This car has got heated seats. Again, like I say, that's quite a nice little option. It must have come with that from factory. If anyone's got a Golf GTD, by the way, in the comments, just let me know how well spec your one is. And I do like this sort of khaki, traditional looking insert in the seats as well. That's like almost like the original GTI interior, but without the red accent through it as well. So yeah, I do really like that. And I think, like I say, the purpose of this car really is it's sensible, isn't it? But we will do draggy times, because I am curious to see how quickly it gets from 20 to 70 miles an hour. I've got a feeling it's going to fall somewhere near the bottom of the draggy leaderboard. There's me, look. I know everyone. But it'd be interesting to do it anyway. We might touch on MPG, because I think a lot of people that are looking at buying one of these cars will want to know what the MPG is, and we'll have a quick brief chat about values on these cars as well, right? So let's hop in and go for a drive. at that, it's completely keyless. Engine stop button, key is in my pocket. Electric folding mirrors, fuel lights on, no, I won't mention that. HPI check, let's quickly get that up on the screen. So I actually filmed some of this video yesterday, but then my camera went wrong, and I've since updated it, and fingers crossed it's working all right. So yeah, let's pull the HPI back up again. Here we go, YY66 VGV. And then if we click up here and we go for NMR check, which is the mileage check, spec check, market values, black book values, glasses valuation, let's see what everything's saying, yeah? And then go back to check. What it is high in here, this aircon, let's get the aircon on. So yeah, all registered as a click, see that at the top there. Golf Gtd, see all the information about the car, one former keeper, 6-speed semi-auto diesel. I don't know why it says semi-auto, because it's full auto, I suppose it's a dual clutch, so might sum that up. 5-door grey, blah blah blah, 2017, yeah? As we come down, HPI spec check, it's got 1 star, so that would suggest that it hasn't got much optional equipment whatsoever, which we've just spoke about. £28,735 new, 565 quid's worth of options, £29,300 all in, right? And the optional extra was 565 quid for the special paint metallic, right? But like I keep saying, it does seem to, they must have come quite well spec from factory. We've got multifunctional steering wheel, we've got DAB radio, we've got sat nav as well, electric folding wing mirrors, the adaptive cruise, just loads of little bits, which is all very, very nice, I think. So I wonder if it's got parking sensors as well. Yeah, it has, front and rear. So quite impressive. NMR check, you lot know what that is, National Mileage Register. No mileage discrepancies have been indicated. It's done 35,000 miles, so this will be a retail car for us. The main difference between retail cars and trade cars is what we offer firstly, and secondly the price, right? This will go up for retail money, which is above what some people will be willing to pay for it. But if you buy this car off us, we'll give you a 6-month RAC warranty. We'll get anything done that needs doing on it. It'll be prepared to a very good standard, and we'll also offer finance on it as well, all right? So that's generally the divide. A trade car will get sold as it is. We won't prep it whatsoever. It will get sold for a lot less money, like below retail value, but we just won't guarantee that car whatsoever, all right? I suppose if anything, it's a case of you get what you pay for, right? But a car like this is a perfect retail bit of stock, 35,000 miles, and it's a nice thing. So market values, generally market values, I don't know if they're dragged in from Auto Trader. Auto Trader sort of suggests that at £16,000 it is priced sensibly. In fact, if I pull that up right now as well, pictures ain't on here, it says there it's good price, is £676 below market average, all right? So if we go back to the book valuations, cat book live, so at the minute book valuations are quite low, because I'm guessing because of COVID, they seem to have dropped a lot. But the retail valuation based on this car having 40,000 miles, which is a bit higher than what it's showing, is £16,395. So at 16 grand it should be quite a demanded car. So if you look on Auto Trader, if you want like a higher mileage one of these cars, like in excess of 100,000 miles, they do start at I think about £7,000 or £8,000. So again, a thing I talk about a lot is value for money and compromise. Obviously if you compromise on the mileage or the age of the car, you will get one for a lot less money. But there is plenty of people, or should I say there is probably more of a demand for cars that have got lower mileage for higher prices, all right? But they're just harder to source generally, all right? So what we'll do now is we'll hit the road, we'll go for a little drive, talk about how it drives, quickly mention the MPG, and we'll do draggy times, all right? Do you know, quickly before we hit the road, this was meant to be like a week in the life of a car trader video, but I was quite excited about getting the GTD on the channel, so I just thought I'd make a dedicated video on this car. The last week, by the way, it's been busy, but not quite as busy as normal. Generally the 3rd week of the month, I'm telling you this lot, you lot this right now, because I know a lot of you are going to be curious. Generally the 3rd week of the month is the quieter week of the month, but obviously in this style of video I would normally talk about comments. Now there is 3 comments that I want to point out, and they're all very similar. One of them is from a guy called Adapts. Yo Calvin, what kind of places do you buy from, such as auctions? If so, which ones? Muzamil Barty, bro, do you buy your cars by auction? And then Leeds Town, Calvin, are you buying a lot from BCA at the minute? Everything is getting way over cap. Now cap is the valuation tool that we use in the car trade, and he's spot on. For some strange reason, the demand of cars in the car trade has gone up massively, and at auctions they're just getting sky high money, which is making it very, very difficult for traders to buy. And it ain't the private sellers that sell these cars that are getting the benefit of that price. It's generally well, those that sell their cars to auction. And it's a good question. It's good that so many of you are curious about where I'm getting my stock from. Now, I don't buy from auction. The reason for that is because I actually sell a lot of cars to the car trade. The demand for cars in the car trade is massively high, and as you lot know, I'm building up this network of car traders with the car buying shop. We do a lot of trade to trade within each other. We're like a small community of car traders. We all work together. We all like our own types of stock, and generally I buy a lot of their part exchanges. I buy lots of other car traders' part exchanges, and I also sell to a lot of car traders. I do buy from auctions, don't get me wrong. I do not rule out buying from auctions. It's in my nature to browse around at auctions. Like if there's a certain car that I'm interested in, like at the minute I've been looking at AMGs and stuff, I will go on BCA's website and other auction houses' websites and look to see if they've got certain stock available. Like the BMW X5 3-litre diesel, that was in an auction, that caught our eye, and we bought that car as well. But generally I don't buy from auctions. I think because I've just built up such a good name in the car trade where I get loads of repeat customers through buying and selling, so I've never really needed to do. Actually, whilst we're on this subject, there is a comment here from Jacob Ashley. Question for next week: I am starting up into the van and car trading scene in the next year. Any advice or tips to give me and my mate for going into business? Also, is the software you use for managing stock available to the public? I'll probably talk further on that bit there a bit later on in the video. But if you are about to set out as a car trader, if you want my advice about where I think you should buy from, I would recommend buying privately. Buying privately in general is a great way to buy, because you get to meet the owner, you get to test drive the car, you get to see you get a bit of time to inspect the car and buy it, and you can even negotiate a good price. So one thing I would recommend doing is, if you are setting out in the car trade, because that's also a question that I get asked a lot, is if you're going to look to buy cars, just look on eBay, look on Facebook Marketplace, look on Auto Trader, look in a radius, private sellers within sort of 20 or 30 miles from your house, and yeah, go and have a look at them cars. All right, so I just wanted to throw that out there, because I know a lot of you do fire questions at me, and I like to try to answer them as often as I can. Something else worth remembering is you as a car trader is offering that private seller a service by buying the car off them. Nearly every single private seller that I buy a car from says to me, Calvin, I cannot be bothered to sell my car myself. By the way, if you are a car trader and you want to get on board with our platform, I'll put a link in the description below, and yeah, feel free to send us over your details and we'll try and get you on board. We are getting offered cars across the whole country, so we are looking for buyers across the country. So if you're a car trader, you're currently struggling to find stock, yeah, you definitely want to give us a shout, because we've got stock. We've got plenty of stock coming at us, and it'll be brilliant to get more traders on board. One, to work with in the network, and two, to buy some of this stock from private sellers. All right, so yeah, I will put a link for that, by the way, in the description below if you want any further information on that. So the Golf Gtd, let's quickly, let's not flatten these people, Calv. Little dog walkers, thank you guys. The Golf Gtd, I want to see, I'm just so curious to see what the average MPG is it's doing. So that's what I'm looking at, if you're wondering why I seem like I'm bloody daydreaming. Here we go. Average consumption, I don't know if this is the journey that I've just done or the overall journeys recently. Average consumption is showing right now is 35.5 miles per gallon. So there you go, that is pretty much the purpose for this car. You've got nice punchy pokey power that I always talk about with diesel engines. The gearboxes are spot on. There's not too much power in this car to overwhelm the gearbox, so I can't imagine you're ever going to have too many issues. Certainly not at the amount of miles this car's done. And it's the sort of car that anyone could jump in, enjoy it, and yeah, it just ticks a lot of boxes, doesn't it? So let's quickly do draggy times. I actually done them yesterday, so I'll throw them in now. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Bit of wheel spin. Gotta love a DSG gearbox, ain't ya? I ain't expecting the most, there we go, the most amazing times in this car, but it's worth doing it. It's just a matter of curiosity to see how it compares against some of the other cars. So there you go, I did do a few runs. It done 20 to 70 mile an hour in 7.78 seconds. Let me just quickly remind you why I do 20 to 70 and not 0 to 60. Simple reason is, one, I suppose the main reason, it doesn't put the car under too much pressure. You ain't got to launch off the line, and any idiot can jump in the driver's seat and get a car from 20 to 70 mile an hour. And then secondly, obviously we're restricting it within 70 miles an hour because that's a legal speed limit on the roads here in the UK, all right? So yeah, 7.78 seconds, it ain't massively quick, but you know what? When you're driving one of these cars, they do feel quite on point, they feel responsive, and they don't feel like they're lacking power at all. I think they're 180 brake horsepower, and generally, you know what diesels are like, they produce loads of torque. So yeah, great all-rounder. I do really like it. It will just go up for sale. This video, the idea of this video, like I say, was to highlight my favourite purchase of the week. I have also done a banger of the week. I think that's what I'm going to call it. It's got to be called the banger of the week. That video is going to be live on Wednesday at 6 o'clock, so do look out for that. And that's it. I need to get back to blinking now. If this video seems a bit rushed, it is rushed because I've got a whole yard for the customers. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did like this video, hit like. If you're new to my channel, hit subscribe. And if you're on Instagram, give me a follow on Instagram at Calvin's Car Diary. And I'll see you in the next video, alright? Bye. So guess what? Since the filming of this video, I actually sold the Golf Gtd to another car trader. In the next episode of Diary of a Car Trader, well, you already know what it is, don't you? Because I just told you. Today's video was the purchase of the week, and then Wednesday's video is going to be the banger of the week. Make sure you subscribe because it's quite a cool car, and I do think some of you are going to like it. I'll see you on Wednesday.